Hi crafty friends, it's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner and today's tutorial on making cute little flip books. So we're just gonna jump right in. Oops, there we go. So my friends, this one is made with the Whale of a Time DSP from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to show you this one and then we'll use a different paper for our project today. So there's a nice little ribbon. I do think you could do a Velcro or a magnet here. Your book opens. By the way, these turtles are so cute. You're going to need to buy this paper. This is using basic black and, as I said, the Whale of a Time paper. There are little flaps that open, and then there's lots of little pieces that have paper, but then on the back side, and I've got my getting old samples here, but you would add small pictures. This is 2x3. And these bigger ones hold the same 2x3, and you would put those on. And I just left, you could do pictures on both sides. It's totally up to you. There would be pictures here. You would put a 3x4 picture on those flaps. Oops, got a little adhesive there. And then the bottom part, let me take that out. Again, you'd put those 3x4 pictures, and then here you have pullouts, and these would hold a 4x4 picture. Look at my cute little dog. Isn't she adorbs? And you could put it on here any way you want. Although it looks like I would need to cut that picture down a little bit, but that would be okay. I would just trim it just a little bit. And then those would store in there. And I left pretty paper on the back side. And you can decorate and add extra things as, desired by you. Okay, so now that you have a visual, let's get started. If you're doing this tutorial, let's see, am I going to put it in the files? I don't know. It's a lot to write. Let me show you the measurements. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on, see if I can tie that up. Okay. All right, so let's move that one. So there is a page of measurements, and you would want to print those out or look on your computer and go through. I tried to do tell you what part it was, cardstock, DSP, tell you what part it was, and the scoring and that kind of things. So let's see, actually this is what we'll do. You need to take a screenshot, and if I can add it to files I will, but I'm not 100% sure. But take a screenshot. There's all your measurements. Have fun. Okay, and I'm gonna put it to the side actually, because I want to refer to it, because I'll tell you what the pieces are. So I'm going to use today, I have been playing, because I'm going to do a presentation at a demo event this weekend. I'm playing with Patterns Suite. This includes our little letters, which you could totally use letters on this. I'm not going to, because the one I'm making is going to be for my niece who is having a baby in November. And I don't know what the baby's name is. I know it's a boy, but I'm going to send it to her to put those first baby pictures in. But you could totally put the kid's name, or like if you used it like that ocean one, you could put, beach vacay, whatever it is. But this has beautiful paper with these great colors: Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and Purple Posy. There's ribbons. There's these cute little embellishment pieces. So whatever embellishment dots we can use. There is a fun stamp set, although I'm not going to use it for this project, but I wanted you to see where this paper came from. Playing with patterns. Okay, because I was calling it like pick a pattern earlier, but playing with patterns. All right. Oh, and here I'll give you a quick look at the paper. So there are lots of stripes and dots, and I'm going to flip these over, because our papers are beautiful and both sides have cool stuff. And there you go. So this project does use probably close to half a pack of paper. All right, so let's pull things in. So we are going to start, all right, so here's my first pile. We are going to start with the book base. So let's move our DSP. So our book base has two pieces. I'm getting my scoreboard here. It has two pieces. One is 6 1/4 by 10 1/4, and we are going to score it on the long side at 3, 3 1/2. So this little book has a 1/2 inch spine, 9 3/4, And that's it, right? I'm just double checking. Yep. Okay. And then to make, this is the top flap and the back. And to make the front flap, this one you got to double check. You're 6 3/4 by 6 1/4. So you want it on the 6 3/4 side. That's the long side. And we are going to score this at 1/2 inch. And you could do it on either end. It doesn't matter. 1/2 inch. It's easier to do it from this way. Okay, so that is our base. We'll move this out of the way. We'll need it again in a moment, but we're gonna build it like section at a time. Okay, you want to burnish your folds. So fold them up and then take your bone folder and give them a nice little crease. Same thing up here. And I like to do it this way so that you get the understanding of how it works. Because you could totally make this. So I made it so you could use 6 by 6 paper and you wouldn't have to cut it down for the main pieces. But you could use 12 by 12 paper and cut it down. You could make this, if you wanted to, you could make it 6 by 6 and then cut all your paper to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So it's totally fine. You can play with how big or little it is. Because I have a cool idea for another one. Oh, I've got a cool idea. It popped into my head yesterday. Okay, so what we're going to do is this goes on top. Actually, we should do it this way so the front would have a smoother seam. That will make it look nice. And that's our book base. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fold this down and we're going to put glue. So I like to use our liquid glue, Tombow Mono Liquid Glue Multi, I don't know. I just call it Tombow. And we're going to put glue here. You could use tear tape or our new Stampin' Seal Plus, but you might want wiggle room. So I'm going to put that right on top. And then I'm going to get it as squared up as I can. We're going to get a little sploosh out, it looks like. Should really put my, there we go. Because we're going to be dealing with a lot of paper. I don't want to have a big sticky part. And then we're going to bend that up and double check. It's good to check it from both sides. And then when you're like, yes, it's as good as it's going to get, we are going to squish it down. Okay. So that is the base of our book. Okay, we're not going to decorate. We're going to do the cover last, and the inside, you're going to see we're going to have to do that in a moment. So we're going to open it up. The next thing on our list is side flaps. And we need 4 of these. And for the Magica TV, I've done 3, but we're going to do 1 to start. That way this won't take, you can pause it. So you need 4 pieces at 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. Could you change these, tweak the sizes? Yes, you could. That's what you should do. You should make it work how you like. A lot of times I make a project the way it is first, and then I sort of run with it. So check that it's 4 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so on the 4 3/4, we're scoring on the long side today. We are going to score at 4 3/8 and 4 1/2. So this is small. 1, 2, 3. 4 3/8 and 4 1/2. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, this could have been 4 1/4 by 5. And that might even be more comfortable for a lot of people to have a 1/2 inch piece. But I went with the quarter, I don't know, I went with this size. This little 1/8 inch is to give us room for DSP and pictures. Okay, and I did the other one so we can put this away again for a moment. So what you're going to do is burnish this. You're going to fold it in on that line, and you do want to do this one slow. Don't rush this one. So I do have to do all the others, so let's hope I don't rush it. And then get that second line. And if it does end up being a little bit of a roll through there, that is okay. The one that you do want to kind of have that as a line. Okay. We're going to go ahead and attach. Here's where I will attach the DSP to the, this does not look straight, but oh, I see. There we go. I'm going to attach the DSP here first. And the way I did this, I'm going with 3. Okay, and I did want to, hold on, let me find the piece that's going to correspond with it. Ah, that's why. See, it has 2 sides. You could, now I'm not going to do it because I already did the one. You could, so put what sides are going to be up so that you can decide how you want your paper. Okay, and these are cut 4 1/8 by 4 1/4. It's a very small border, because when you add this and you add a picture, I wanted to be able to see the paper. So I'm going to put this on top. Okay. And you can use glue, you can use snail. I've been practicing using my Stampin' Seal. You don't need Stampin' Seal Plus on this. This is just paper. Whatever your adhesive of choice is, you're gonna put that on. And of course it's like I'm telling you, like I get a couple, I'm still getting used to this. I get a couple and then I get one where it doesn't work. And then I have to ball, if that happens to you, then ball this up and stick it to a piece of paper to get it out of your way. Okay, and this is gonna go on. Oh, I am gonna do it upside, like opposite side, like this. And you wanna get it nice and close. So you could do 1/4 inches here if you wanted, especially on the one that you're not gonna put a picture on. See, that'll be fun. All right, and then this is gonna open like this. That's why I wanted to look at the other one. It's like, do I wanna do it the same? I wanna do it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on. I like this side too. I almost put that side up. It could go either way. But I was thinking this is gonna be for some baby pictures. I'm like getting totally stuck to my paper here. Okay, and so I'm definitely gonna put a piece in the middle because I'm gonna add a piece. Yeah, ooh, and it's so quiet and sneaky. You can't even tell sometimes when you have it on there. Okay, and this is gonna go on. And I wanna get it really close up. Now see, this one I probably cut it slightly smaller. But I don't like to stress about that. All right, and then this, I'm gonna put this one, oops, there's my stuff. So if you need to order, you want more information, it's pretty easy. Audra Monk. Oh, that has my blog on it. I should change that to my email. I don't post on my blog quite as much because with all the social media, I'm always posting on Instagram and Facebook, so you can look for me there if you don't already know that, The Crafty Yogi. My email's easy, audramonk@yahoo.com, and my Stampin' Up! Website is the same, audramonk.stampinup.net. So you can contact me lots of ways. And of course, here on YouTube, I am The Crafty Yogi. All right, and I'm gonna do this one here. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how this will hold your picture. So this is your 3x4. It's like your pocket page size, 3x4 picture. Isn't that cute? That's me and my honey last year at the, this picture was a reject. It was too washed out. The cherry blossoms in DC. Okay, so let me score. Well, they're already scored. Let me burnish these, and then I will show you what we will put them on together. So, of course, if you need to pause and stick on all your DSP, you go right ahead. Lay out your 4 pieces. I'll show you. If you want to wait a second, I'll show you. Let me get all these done. You can do this part. Burnish these with me, because you can add your DSP once, you know, after they're burnished. That is totally fine. What an interesting word, burnish. Okay, and then let's bring in our base again. So what I'm doing it with the photos on the inside, so I just burnish those all the opposite way. All right, okay, oops, no, I had that one right. And I was gonna alternate this, yes. See, I was trying to get all fancy, look at this. So horizontal, horizontal, these would be horizontal, these would be vertical. Okay, so these are gonna get glued on with that little piece, and then they're gonna close. So when you're deciding on DSP, I wanted the pictures on the inside, so I'm going stripey, stripey, other stripey, painty. That's a superficial term. Okay, so I am going to put my adhesive here, my glue on. Don't get it on the upper part, just on the thing. And I like the glue because, again, wiggle room. And I'm just going to try to put this kind of center. Good. And I think I got that good. I'm right on the line. Yep. And you're going to have that extra bump out, and that's the way we want it, because these aren't just for showing off DSP, although they are great for showing off DSP, is we do want to put pictures in them. They are mini flip albums, so they will hold some pictures. Okay. And, you know, ideally I'm going to get this in the same spot, but, you know, maybe not. Let's fold this one in. So it's a little fiddly. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, it's okay. Okay. That's pretty good. That looks kind of nice. I like those stripes. All right, so there's my top two. And now we're going to do it at the bottom. Slide it up so you can see it. Okay, good. You can see it. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it some glue on the flap. So as I'm saying, I did 1/4 inch flaps. Whoa. You could do 1/2 inch flaps, and that would totally work because it's going to get hidden by the DSP. And if you get a sploosh out, I think I have a wipe here. Wipe my fingers. It's okay because we're going to cover it up. Okay, and we got one more. So it will get hidden by the DSP. That's why we're not putting it on first. And I'm going to give you, I like to give you true confessions. These were supposed to be down here, and the blue, the navy was supposed to be on those, and this, but I decided, what the heck, I'm going to do it. It will be okay. Pretty sure my niece will like it anyway. Their baby is due in November. Her and her husband, he's getting ready to start medical school in California. He has family in California, and she's in Utah. This is my Mormon family. Yes, so they're going to have a little boy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make him one of these books. Okay. Whew, I got a little white on there. I'll get that off later. If that happens to you, let it dry, and we'll get it off with our adhesive remover. Okay, so now we're going to put our insides in. It always sounds funny. So I'm going to do these stripes on the outside because it's a baby boy. If you didn't know, or you just wanted something generic, you could do that. You could do any of these papers. Okay, but on the inside, you could do these purple, but I like this with these colors that I picked out. So we're going to glue both of these down, and these are 6 by 6. So in this case, they come right out of the pack. If you're using 12 by 12 paper, you just cut it, you know, in 4. And this one especially, this top one, needs to have plenty of adhesive because a whole bunch of stuff is going to go on top of it. So see how this goes on top? Where is my, whoa, hold on, hold on. I had it too low. Ooh, I got a mess to clean up. I was like, the lines don't look right. I had it on my, let's see if I can get some of it up. I might add a piece down there. I had it on the bind. There we go. So I might add a little, what would it be? 3/8 inch piece. Okay, whew, that was a little crazy there for a minute. Couldn't figure out why I had too much space. But anyway, we're gonna put stuff on that. So we want that one to have lots of glue. Okay, and then I'm gonna look at that. This is the hard part when you're using blue and black, like my last one, the one with the whales, I did black because that paper had so many colors that there wasn't a dominant color, so I just went with black, and I think it shows it off so nice. Here, I thought the Night of Navy went really well, so that's what we're going with. Okay, double check. Oh, I'm getting glue everywhere today. It's so funny. You can do it one day, and it comes out perfect, easy peasy, and one day, not so much. Okay, the top, we are going to round the corners using whatever corner rounder you have. This is, I don't know, our triple, oops, I didn't get it all the way. If you don't get it all the way, go back in. It's our triple punch. There we go. Okay, and then this flap, I'm going to do the big stripes, or I'm going to do the polka dots. I'm going to do the polka dots on the front, so I'm going to do the big stripes on the inside. So then only one side, decide which way you want it to go. I like that way better. I don't know why. We're going to put that on. Yay! All right, and I still don't like that. You know what, I'm going to just trim that. Sometimes you just get it not quite exactly right. Look at that. It's literally like a micro trim, but it was bugging me. Okay, so then we're going to put this piece on. And you kind of decide how much border you're going to have. It's funny, I always say this, I'm a square corner person, but on this book I like it to have, ooh, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are these like? I want this on the inside. And you might change your mind like me. So it's something that you want to play with when you're cutting your paper. Like I would cut your cardstock and then think about what pieces are going to go where. Yes, because that is the colors there. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to change my mind again. But play with your paper and see what you like. And some people like it to be super matchy-matchy. And some of us like it to be contrasty. Totally fine. And this paper is super fun for this. Or, of course, that whale paper was super fun. Oh, and I was thinking the Flowers for All Year paper. That's going to make a beautiful book. Maybe I'll use that on the book that's in my head that's a little bit different. I just love these little things. They are so great for gifts, guys. Oh, sorry, I was a little bit out of the screen there. So great for gifts. Okay. Now we're going to do what I'm calling the double file folder. And this, I could not find a tutorial. I actually couldn't find a tutorial for most of this. I had to make this stuff up. That's why for this one, I am making the tutorial free. You could just be finding it here because I couldn't find anything and I had to make it up. Now, sometimes I'll sell these because I know why people don't make it free. It's a lot of work. But sometimes it's good to give people the skills and they can make their own. All right, so double file folder. Again, there may be a better way, but this is what I came up with. We need, oh, I guess I had bottom band next. All right, well, I'm skipping. Double file folder. This is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, 6 1/2 by 4 1/4. And we are going to score, what are we going to do? We are going to score a 1/4 inch on 3 sides. So I'm going with the same 1/4 inch border. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. So you could do a 1/2 inch bigger and that would work. Okay. And I don't need to score the other piece. So let's put this back away. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cut this. And this is actually kind of important. So it's scored. And what you want to do is cut across the bottom. And do that on the 2 bottom pieces. Okay. Then I should really move this out of the way so I don't wreck it. Okay, and then flip it over. We're going to burnish these little guys. And I'll show you how it gets you a nicer edge. Make sure. My desk gets a mess when I do this. So here you go. See how when you go to glue that, see how you have that nice edge. Okay. So then we are going to glue this on. So if you're trying to save paper, you could totally just do whatever that is. And you would figure it out. But I just thought it was easier to just put it on there. Okay, glue. And this is tiny, and again, like I said, you can make it a 1/2 inch. That, you know, that could be the way you create it. And that would work just fine. This works fine too. Whoa. All right, let's get the glue on there. Okay. And then this is going right at the bottom. Sure you don't hit your seam like I did. And boy, I got a gluey mess. I am definitely going to cover that up with a little strip. Okay, and we're gluing that down. Next, we have a piece of paper that is going to go on that. I'm going to go with the stripes like this. Okay, and I'm going to show you something else. Let's go back to this whale one. If you have DSP that makes a picture, look what you can do. If I take these out, look at this. I carried the picture up. So this is 1 3/4 versus covering the whole piece. So that is in the, if you took a screenshot of the PDF. If you have something with a picture, you can do that. What we're going to do now is punch this hole. So I thought that was pretty fun to play with a DSP like that. Now, if you're doing like the one like I'm doing right now, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way on. Can I do that? I'm just going to do this with this. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to do glue because there's another layer coming onto it. Actually, I should have tried the Stampin' Seal Plus. Let's hope I don't get glue on any of this. you know, I'm having a gluey day today, apparently. Okay. So I'm going to put this on. That has the 1/4 inch borders. Okay, so we're going to give that a moment to dry. This piece is not going to have the bump out. So this is, we're going to use tear tape here. This is going to go across the bottom, and this is going to go on top of it. So let's go ahead, and this I'm just going to put on. So let's get this one with some adhesive. I'm going to be really happy when I become a pro at this. There we go. I think I pressed too hard. I think it doesn't have to be hard, but I feel like it should be. So that is what, whoa, it's so sticky. All right, and so you're gonna put, like, seriously sticky. We're gonna put this on. See, oh, this is perfect. See, I did the polka dots at the top and the bottom. I think I meant to do it that way. Okay, and then tear tape is gonna be the binder on this so that it's not big. Here we go. So it's gonna go right at the edge. It's pretty much right at the edge. And then this is gonna go right across the bottom. So did you guys ever used to make things like this with, when you were a kid? I used to do this all the time. Paper and tape and staples and make little folders and pockets. So this just makes me happy. Because sometimes people are like, why do you make these things? What do you do flip book? I'm like, well, I do put pictures in them. I do have other ones with pictures. But because it's just fun. You know, it's kind of like, well, why do you, like, sometimes, how many handmade washcloths, how many knitted washcloths does a person need? Right? My mom is a maker of blankets. So if anybody's having a baby or getting married, she likes to, I don't know if it's knit or crochet. She makes a lot of them. Those get expensive when they're big. Baby ones aren't so bad. Ooh, lost a little light. Okay. Let's put this on. All right, and it's going right at the bottom. The open part is at the top. That would be important for a file folder. Okay. Oh, how cute is that? It's super cute. Okay, and then you're gonna take your 1.5 inch punch, carefully slide it in, get it about halfway, and punch it. And that makes your file folder. Okay, now we're gonna make what goes in the file folder. Where is that pile? Okay, what goes in the file folder, and I've got a couple done, are two of these are three, I think they're 3x5, and these would hold your little pictures, your little 2x3. You could also do your 3x4. Either way. So if you're going to do a bigger picture, you could make that bigger or leave that off. And then I did one side has DSP. So we're going to put one of those together. And then we have two little ones. And these, the measurements make it so they'll match. So like that. Isn't that cute? Aw, we went to the beach. It was April for my birthday. And it was cold and windy, but it was fun. And then you could do one. So if you had one with patterns or you wanted to do white and stamp images, you know, whatever theme you were doing it, you could totally do that. Okay, and then these will go in here. I'm gonna do one this way, one that way. Okay, so let's just put this one together so you know how to put the one, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, da-da-da. So one side, ooh, that's different. What did I do on the other side? Oh, I did the pink. Huh, I guess I'll do them both pink, the pink stripey. Because otherwise that would be the only thing with stripey. So that's the other thing. When you're building a pattern, sometimes it's nice to have, you know, more than one. But occasionally it's fun to have a highlight one. So play with your patterns and your prints and just see what makes you happy. Put one across the middle. Oh my gosh, it's so sticky. In a good way. In a good way. And how are we doing? All right, we're about 30 minutes. So this probably is like a 2-hour project. The video is not going to be 2 hours because I cut it all and prepped a decent amount of it. But for you, if you're starting from scratch, now if you're starting like you already cut everything, then, you know, it'll probably take about an hour. But I think a 2-hour project is a nice size, you know, to do. Okay, and then this is going to go on here to hold the picture. Is that the right size? Yeah, just making sure that because, you know, every once in a while when you're cutting a lot, you're going to cut something wrong. Or you're going to like mix up, I gooped up the thing. You're going to mix up your pieces a little bit, you know, so you have to play with that a little bit. Double check things, and if you have to, you may have to get creative and do it differently. Or start over. Of course, it's always bad when you have to, okay, come on, Stampin' Seal. This is not the best commercial for this. I wonder if I'm getting like to the end. I've been using this a lot. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm getting to the end of the rolls. What happened? I think I am at the end of the roll. Okay, so we're gonna step up our game with our Stampin' Seal Plus. And these lids, I'm not the hugest fan. Oh, now look how easy that rolls on. I think that was the end of the roll. And just like a snail, it gets kind of stiff. All right, I'm gonna put this on here. Wow, that rolled on easy peasy. Okay, I gotta like get some of this glue off my fingers. Otherwise we're gonna have a mess. Okay, and then these go in here. Look at that, isn't that cute? So, but imagine them with pictures on them. They would be so adorbs. Am I allowed to say, am I allowed to give you like crazy abbreviations? Okay, bottom one. This one is gonna have a band, and it's gonna hold those ones with the bigger picture. So this little band is called bottom band. Apparently we were supposed to do this before the file folder, and it is 2 1/4 by 6 1/4, and we are gonna score it 1/4 inches. So a 1/4 inch here, and then at 6 1/2, which makes it a 1/4 inch. You could also just flip it, okay. And you could probably do all the scoring, but I just wanted you to see how it went together. And then we're gonna burnish these. Oh, you know what? Nope, it has to go on top. I was thinking you could put it under, but you can't because then you wouldn't be able to get the paper in. So it does go on top. All right, let's put our glue on. And I've said like 50 times you could make this be a 1/2 inch. You just have to rework your numbers. And I reworked my numbers. I made one, and this happens a lot, and then I reworked it because I was like, oh, well, it won't use quite as much paper if I do it this way. So you can play with your measurements a lot. The key is remember what size pictures are. So pictures are 4 by 6 or 3 1/2 by 5. They're 4 by 4. You can cut them to 3 by 3, 3 by 4, and 2 by 3 are the most common sizes. And you can, of course, crop them down. And then we're going to do stripies. Which way? I think I like with that at the bottom. All right, I probably don't really need to go all the way around with this stuff. This stuff is turbo. It is turbo. Probably just need a little bit. Look at that, that is so cute. Okay, and then we need the cards. So I made one, and I'm gonna give you a couple tips on this. And I actually messed up. I wanted to put an extra layer of DSP, and I totally forgot it. So this is where you would put your 4 by 4 picture. I might do it this way. Like these would come out from the side. So there's my cute little dog sniffing flowers at the beach in the summer. And then this is gonna go in here. And you could do another picture on the back. You could do a smaller one, the same big one. The little circles. So this is our 1 1/2 inch punch. And then we don't sell, I'm gonna tell you, I cheated. We have a 1 3/8. It's retired, I use that. But if you don't have that and you have the stitch shapes, this circle is the right size. And then you would get the cute little stitching around your DSP, or you could stamp something on there. But I just want to let you know that that's what I used. Okay, so we're gonna put one of those together, and I'm gonna remember all the DSP this time. Okay, so one side is getting, and I liked seeing the circles. So actually I'm gonna show you one more thing. If you wanna do plain circles, put them under, okay? Or if you want them to be under and just peep out. But strangely, I just really like how it looks coming on top. Okay, so I want this side up. So I'm gonna just put a little adhesive here. Really? Ah, there it is. Whew, that stuff is strong. So I'm gonna, and this would make a book. If you did a wider border, you could totally use that to put your 3D items together, your boxes and stuff. It is plenty strong. Okay. You could also use your glue too to put these together. That would work just fine. Put my dots on, and you could put your mat on whichever side you want. Okay, so on this side I'm going to remember my mat, and it's not going to bother me that I'm going to send it to her because see, look at that, it looks kind of cute. You have that little extra play of color. So actually it is going to bug me that it's different, so I'm going to put it this way, but the measurements are there to put a piece of DSP under there if you want, just so you know. I was like, she might be particular, you know, she might really notice that. I don't know, some people notice things and some people don't. Okay, so we're gonna put that on. We're gonna add our, all right, and then these I'm gonna put on with glue dots. And here's how you get it in the center. If you take your grid, boy, this is so messy. If you take your grid paper and get that even, then, should I do it this way? No, I'm gonna do it this way. Then you can put it on with a 2 or 3 little glue dots at the bottom on the first one. Oops. Okay, apparently there's going to be 3 because there's a glue dot there. All right, and so I'm going to put that halfway. And then I'm going to flip it over. Now I want glue dots all over this one so that they will stick together. We're almost done, guys. You're doing great, hopefully. Let me know, and if you do have a question as you go, you know, send me an email. I'll try to, okay, that stole my glue dot. There we go. Let's go one more. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on top. Squish them together. But I think that's nice to hold it. And could you put pictures on this top side? Yes, you could. But, you know, and there's room for it. There's enough. Look at that. All we gotta do is put the cover on. So there are, oh, isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, okay. And then I will go back and add this. I think it's gonna be 3/8 by 6 and put something there. Okay, so now we need ribbon. I think I'm gonna do this ribbon. I think. Because the other one is really stiff. So the ribbon is 34 inches for a big bow. So that's basically, 32 is 2 times your grid paper. And give it like 2 more. Okay, so what we're doing is putting the ribbon from the back, and we want to get it even. This is where your bow is going to go. So I like to just pull it up from here. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're just going to put that piece of paper on. Okay, get it all nice and even. All right, hold on. You know what I should do? I should do it this way. It's so weird. This is my 3rd one, and I still am fiddling with how to do it. Okay, so we're going to use glue, and I'm going to go stripies. Whoa, my glue is, you guys, actually I'm doing pretty good. I am a messy crafter. My area gets so messy where like sometimes I have no space left to work and I'm like, okay, I have to clean up. But when I'm first getting started, I do like to start with it clean. Okay, so that should get the ribbon. Okay, let's flip that over. Those polka dots are cute, but so are these. It's always a bummer when you like both sides of the paper. It's like a good bummer, but it's a bummer. And this is gonna go, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So that way your ribbon will stay on the back. And I didn't do the bindings, like how the inside one, but you could totally add them. I think it would be 6 by 3/4. No, 6 by 3/8, my bad. Okay, and then let's flip that over. We need our top piece. Ta-da! Ooh, wait, let's put this on and see. And you know what? I need to adhesive remove that before we get this on. Nope, I like the polka dots. Okay, so should have an adhesive remover here. So if this happens to you, I would unfold that, and then it's dry, so very gently you're going to rub that, and it's going to come mostly off. There we go. I'm going to get this one. So if you end up getting stuck to something, there we go. That way it's less noticeable. So let's put, and don't stick your ribbon on this one. You could, but I think it looks pretty to have it come up the front. And it might be hard to tie the bow if it was under. It would be pulling at the paper. Dude, we almost could have done the polka dots on the back. That might have been fun. But it's too late now. Okay, let's put this on. I do want them to be the same direction. And like I said, if you want to add something there, you could. I'll have to do that, and I'll have it, and I'll take pictures of this and post it for you later. Okay, and now we just need, let's do it this way, this flap. So if you make one, let me know. I would love to see them. I think that that would be super fun. Da, da, da. Okay, look at that. Look at that. All right, let's close it up. I'm not going to tie it because we're going to open it. So then this will be our bow. We'll tie it at the end. Look at that. Nice playing with patterns. And then we open our book. And we have the two sections with flaps. Then we open the flaps. Photo, photo. Photo, photo. Nice place for 2 to 4 photos down here. And a nice place for 4 to 8 photos up here. Although I probably wouldn't recommend putting one on all of them because it might get too bulky. All right, let's see if we can tie the bow. Let's close it all up. Oops, make sure you get this under. There we go. Here we go, coming underneath. Ta-da! And there you go, and there it is that way. There it is this way, and I actually made one, my very first one I made out of retired paper, which I should have said at the beginning is a great way, especially if you're a demo, use up your retired paper. If you're a customer, use up any paper you want. But there you go. So there is how to make the 6 1/4 square flip book. Thank you so much for checking out this tutorial. Remember, questions or comments are always welcome. I'll get back to you as soon as, well, you know, within a reasonable time, hopefully. Although occasionally on YouTube, I think I just don't get the notification or the email or whatever, and I'll be looking back later and I'll see a comment from 3 months ago. So I apologize. You can always email me, audramunk@yahoo.com. So thank you so much and stay crafty, and I will see you next time.